leaked details about Ken Jennings and new Jeopardy! Season after Jeopardy! Announced that it's back again with a live audience for season 39. Fans have been trying to get tickets to the show. Luckily, one fan scored tickets to the first taping session for the upcoming season and also leaked some insights from the show. Jeopardy! Season 39 slated to premiere on September 12th. Currently, Jeopardy! Is on a summer break, so fans will have to make do with the reruns of the game show until the season 39 shoot is over. As per The Sun, Jeopardy! Season 39 will broadcast on September 12, 2022. With the filming of the upcoming season already underway, the fan who made it to the live audience shared some details from the set. The fan wrote, "The set remains exactly the same as last season. Ken is now introduced as the host of Jeopardy!" They continued. Previously, Ken was snubbed from the title and was announced as hosting Jeopardy! As he walked onto the stage. This surely bothered some viewers. Another change revealed by the fan was, the opening shot coming straight from the introductory graphics is a sweeping crane shot of the audience that ends up with the view of the stage. Ken Jennings uncomfortable interacting with the live audience. The Jeopardy! Attendee then explained how good Ken's performance was as he co-succeeded late Alex Trebek. The game show makers tape 5 episodes in a single day. Ken doesn't really interact with the audience or take questions during breaks the same way Alex used to. He came down to the front of the stage after the first show's commercial break to thank the audience for coming, and mentioned it was his first time in front of a Jeopardy! Audience since his greatest of all-time appearance. They continued. The fan also added that Ken isn't as comfortable interacting with the audience, but would do so as he opens up with time. Alex was a natural with his hosting duties and loved to crack jokes during the breaks, making the audience laugh. However, this wasn't the case with Ken Jennings. When Ken walked out on stage for the first time, everyone was cheering and hollering so loudly that he fumbled his introduction and stopped, muttering, "Damn it," and apologized for not being used to doing the intro in front of a room full of people. Ken went backstage and taped it again. He nailed it, they concluded. Fan confirms permanent disbandment of the Clue crew. The fan also mentioned that a Jeopardy! Crew member confirmed the permanent disbandment of the popular Clue crew. They also mentioned that the crew has no plans for its return. The Clue crew was created by Alex in 2001. The Clue crew is a group of people handpicked by the late host who give out clues on location. These locations can be outdoors, indoors in the U.S., or out of the U.S. Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik will share hosting duties for season 39. Ken is slated to host from September 12th to January. Mayim will then take over from January, hosting until the end of season 39, depending on her availability as she films for Call Me Kat, a Fox comedy series. Do you feel Ken Jennings will open up and get comfortable filming with the live audience on Jeopardy! Share your thoughts in the comments. For over 4 decades, Jeopardy! Has been a cultural touchstone, a symphony of intellect and quick reflexes where trivia reigns supreme. And as the quiz show marches into its 42nd season, leaked details suggest that significant transformations are coming, both on stage and behind the scenes. With Ken Jennings firmly entrenched at the podium as host, the next chapter of Jeopardy! Is poised to blend tradition with bold innovation. Here's everything we know so far about the next season, and why even the most seasoned contestants might want to buzz in with caution. Ken Jennings' contract extension and expanded role. First and foremost, internal memos from Sony Pictures Television, as per the leaked documents circulating industry forums, confirm that Ken Jennings has signed a contract extension locking him in as Jeopardy! As primary host through the end of the 2027 season. While long expected, this extension cements Jennings, a former contestant and the show's most celebrated champion, as the de facto face of the franchise. But here's the twist. Jennings won't just be reading clues and bantering with contestants. Sources say he will also assume an expanded creative consultant role. Drawing on his encyclopedic knowledge of trivia and his personal experience as a contestant, Jennings will now collaborate with the writing team to develop more nuanced and layered clue structures. Allegedly dubbed the Ken Edits, these modifications will subtly emphasize multi-layered questions that reward deep cross-disciplinary knowledge, Jennings' hallmark style. Insiders report that Jennings has already been workshopping themed weeks under this new arrangement, including interdisciplinary decathlons and the Jennings Gauntlet, a brutal 2-week stretch featuring the toughest clues in recent history. Return of the Super Champs. A bigger shakeup comes in the form of a new Super Champions League tournament, slated to air midway through the upcoming season. According to leaked production schedules, this competition will bring back some of the biggest legends in Jeopardy! History, including James Holzhauer, Matt Amodio, and Amy Schneider. Unlike previous tournaments, the Super Champions League will reportedly use an innovative points-based system instead of the traditional win and advance bracket. Contestants will accumulate points across several rounds, with bonus incentives for high-risk wagers and accurate daily doubles. The format echoes European soccer leagues and was allegedly pitched by Jennings himself, inspired by his admiration for strategic play. Behind the scenes, production staff are said to be quietly tweaking the set design to accommodate real-time scoreboards that track these complex stats, in a visual style reminiscent of esports broadcasts. Fans can expect sleeker graphics, real-time data, and interactive overlays both on TV and through the show's app. The return of live audiences. Since the COVID-19 pandemic forced much of Jeopardy's tapings behind closed doors or with limited audiences, there's been steady pressure to restore the show's full in-studio energy. Leaked memos from Sony confirmed that Season 42 will mark the official return of full-capacity audiences at the Alex Trebek stage. But that's not all. Building on the success of other game shows' live tours, Jeopardy! Is reportedly planning on the road with Jeopardy! A short 5-city mini-tour that will tape select episodes live in iconic trivia hotspots such as Boston, Chicago, and Seattle. An anonymous production assistant who claims to have seen preliminary documents described it this way. Greater than Imagine Jeopardy! On the road, in historic libraries, university auditoriums, even the Museum of Natural History, places where knowledge practically hums through the walls. Jennings is really excited about this. Contestant changes. The rise of the amateur era. Another surprising leak involves adjustments to contestant eligibility rules. For decades, Jeopardy! Has informally leaned toward contestants with strong academic or professional trivia backgrounds. Now, producers allegedly want to make the show feel more accessible. Leaked rulebook drafts suggest that prior exclusion rules, such as barring contestants who've appeared on more than one other game show, may be relaxed. The new policy aims to create a more diverse contestant pool that includes amateur enthusiasts with unconventional backgrounds. One striking phrase in the document reportedly reads, "Greater than, we are looking for bartenders with encyclopedias in their heads, Uber drivers with PhDs in pop culture, and school teachers who moonlight as chess hustlers." In line with this, auditions both virtual and in person are rumored to adopt a less rigid tone, focusing more on contestant storytelling and personality rather than just raw trivia acumen. New tech enhancements. The buzzer revolution. Perhaps one of the most surprising leaks concerns the buzzers, a perennial hot topic in the Jeopardy! Fan community. For years, contestants have complained about the mysterious art of buzzer timing, where mastering the subtle delay between clue reading and light activation often trumps knowledge itself. Documents suggest that engineers have been quietly prototyping an adaptive